Hey guys, welcome back to the TaterTot Makes channel. My name is Autumn and I am the host of the TaterTot Makes podcast and the creator behind TaterTot Makes. Sorry, I've got a little fluffy nugget here wanting some attention from little Miss Nori. I'm coming to you from Southern Idaho. It is February 2nd, 2024. And this is episode 2 of the TaterTot Makes podcast, and it is a little gloomy out there today. I hope the lighting is okay on this this video, but it's a little rainy, a little cloudy, a little windy, but I said that I wanted to do this as one of my New Year goals, and I'm not gonna let fear come in the way of me doing that. So here we go, episode 2. It looks like this is going to be about a monthly podcast. I do work full-time, and so I don't always have a lot of time to craft, and it seems like every month I have just about enough to share with you on this space. So anyway, here we go. I did leave my craft room door open this time. I didn't in episode 1, so none of the animals could come visit. But I do have 2 kitty cats looking at me down here, so maybe one of them will come visit. Got my drink of choice, some coffee in my dog mom cup, because it's one of my favorites. And let's just get started with finished objects. In this beautiful Lord of the Rings themed bag that I got from Sweet Sparrow Knits. Sweet Sparrow Makes? Now I can't remember, but she is awesome, and I did believe she did this print herself, and this was several years ago, so I'm not sure that you can get those anymore. But I do have a finished object. This is a beanie for myself that has a hole in the top for a bun or a ponytail, because I don't like to have my hair down when I wear a beanie. I prefer to have it up. My hair is usually always up anyway, but I don't find it comfortable to have my hair down in a beanie. So I made a hat with a hole in it. I did kind of use a pattern which is linked on my Ravelry page. I will have links to my Ravelry page, my Instagram, my Facebook, my Etsy shop, everything down below. And I can't remember the designer of this. I did modify it a little bit because I used some chunky weight yarn from my stash, and I was playing a little bit of yarn chicken with the speckly multicolored. This is everything I had left. Everything. Well, I had plenty of pink, so I'm gonna have to think of something to do with this. Maybe a small, cute toddler hat or something. So the speckly yarn here, the multicolored with the black speckles, is Hedgehog Fibers Chubby in the Boombox colorway. Can you see that? There we go, Boombox. Hedgehog Fibers Chubby. I've had this in stash for a long time. It was probably one of the first things that I ever purchased from a in-person yarn store, and I never knew what to do with it. I knew I wanted to make a hat, but I wasn't sure if I had enough, and then I found this hot pink in my stash also, and I thought they would look cute together, so that's what I went with. The hot pink is Baw in the Sequoia base in the Forever Yours colorway, which I guess is very fitting since Valentine's Day is coming up, but I had zero intention of doing that. Anyway, I just striped it because I knew I didn't have enough of the Boombox, the Hedgehog Fibers Boombox, to do the whole hat, so it worked out great. I used 8mm, no, US size 8 needles, some ChowGoo ones that I had, because it's dense. This fabric is dense. But I wanted it to be that way because My husband has recently gotten into ice fishing, and I go along with him on most of his fishing adventures. So I wanted this to be super warm. If it got wet, it's not gonna like immediately soak through, even if I had like a hood on from like a raincoat or something. But it's super warm. I used it, we had a snowstorm in January, and I used it all the time to go out and scoop our driveway, and we did go ice fishing last weekend, and I wore it out out there. We went to Lake Cascade, and it was a lot of fun. And I stayed more than plenty warm. So I am gonna do a try on. Do not judge my hat hair afterwards, or the process of putting it on. And there we go. Then I can have my hair out like I like, and this keeps me more than warm. And then when we went out, I just had my hood of my jacket over like this to keep me dry from the rain, and it worked out great. I'm super in love with it. I'm happy that I used 2 skeins out of my stash, some very long, lingering stash. But yeah, there's my one finished object for this time. Okay, next we are moving on to works in progress. And I have made 0 progress on either of the northeasterly blankets. I just haven't had the drive to pick those beasts up and work on them, so they're just hanging out, and we'll get to them when we get to them. But I have made some progress on one of the pairs of socks that I made. This is in a cute chocolate chip mint ice cream looking bag from the Yarn Parlor. I have several of her bags. They're so cute and so well made. I believe she's on Etsy, and I don't know if she's still making, or maybe her shop is just on vacation. I haven't looked, but you should check her out. She's really awesome. So I do have a half finished object, and that is one of the pairs of socks from that I talked about last time. This is the Hermione's Everyday sock pattern. And then I just did plain on the back. The yarn is fully spun in the Ice Dreamer colorway, I think. I didn't keep the tag for this. I learned from last time, and I kept the tags for my hat, but don't have this one. And I did start the second sock. The cuff's done. I think I'm about halfway done with the leg, and so I'll just keep working on this as I have time. I took this on the road when we went ice fishing, and I did film a clip of me knitting in the car, or the truck, as we were driving up there. So I might pop that in at the end of this podcast. Just, why not? Some little bloopers of a life in, or a day in the life of TaterTot Makes. I do use these DPN cozies. I make these and sell them in my shop, my Etsy shop, so that when this is in my project bag and, you know, I'm crumpling it up, throwing it in a bag, or, you know, tossing it on the couch, or the dogs step on it, that's happened before, that my stitches don't slide off the end of my needles. So when I'm done working on a project and I want to put it away, I just pop this on and it just snaps over the needles. And this works great for keeping those stitches on there, so that when I come back to it in however much time there, it's fully secure on there. This works great for double pointed needles, if you use double pointed needles to knit your socks, or circular needles. I always use circular needles, and I find that this works not just on socks, it works on all sorts of projects. So anyway, that's that project. Do you want to come say hi? Poppy Seed is down here. Let's see if I can snatch her. Come here, baby. Oh my gosh, you look so big. Sorry, we're gonna have a little squirrel moment. This is Poppy. She is one of our 2 cats. She's the baby of the family. My mom actually found her as a kitten in a bush outside of our work and snatched her up, and I couldn't say no to that face. Ooh. So little Poppy Seed is now almost a full-grown kitty. Look how big you are. We should make that the thumbnail. Anyway, she was about 4 weeks old when we found her, and we nursed her back to health and got her nice and chunky, and now she's just the queen of the house, aren't you? Are you gonna be the podcast star? Oh my gosh, you're so grumpy. Okay, I'll put you down. I'm sorry. We also have another cat, Nori, but she is less enthused about being held, so she's gone. Okay, focus. Back to works in progress. You got fluff all over me. I guess I'll continue with socks. These have not seen as much love because I don't know why, but I have worked on them a little bit since I last showed you. These are my Christmas Eve cast-on socks that I started just this last Christmas Eve gone, and I have done just a little bit more on the foot. Just if I felt like working socks, I just worked on the other ones. So I still love it. It's beautiful, and I will continue working on it. This DPN cozy that I made, or that I have here, is made by Molly Klein Design. She does some really beautiful bags, and I don't know that she does DPN cozies anymore, but her project bags are gorgeous. Actually, hang on, this project bag that I have here with little Christmas wiener dogs is one of her bags. Anyway, the yarn that I used this is Stranded Dye Works by Jude, and he is sadly no longer dyeing anymore. He posted that a couple of weeks ago that he just doesn't have the bandwidth to do it anymore, and that's totally respectable, but I wish him the best, and I'm very sad that he is no longer going to be dyeing because his yarn is gorgeous. I did order 2 sweater quantities of yarn of his because I might not be able to ever get it again. So those are on its way from Scotland. I'm so excited to show you. But Poppy Seed, she's trying to get my bag. Anyway, this is the Gingerbread House colorway of his, and the heel that I have paired it with is is it Cascade Heritage? I don't remember the color, but yeah, I think that they're not a total match, but they still look cute together. So I'm excited to get those done and get them worn maybe at least once before spring fully hits, even though I've been known to wear my woolly socks in the dead of or in the heat of summer just because I love them so much, and I'm always cold, so it works. Okay, I guess second to last work in progress is my surprise knitting, mystery knitting. So Brianna, if you're watching, I know you talked about watching the episode 1, but if you're watching, don't look, okay? Please don't look. And I'll tell you when to look back. I promise this time I won't accidentally show it again. I will tell you when to look back. Okay, here we go. So this is a baby blanket for my coworker Brianna, and it is beautiful. I don't want to really, oh look, you can see the camera shadow. I don't really want to describe it because she might still be listening, so I'm not going to. But I am 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 colors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I just started number 6. Okay. So I need to finish color number 6, finish color number 7, and then I can start decreasing to the tip, because currently I'm increasing every row, and the in a gradient. So yeah, I will show you the cake of yarn that I am on. I have another cake of yarn in my yarn cabinet here that I will add to it once I'm done with this one. The yarn is Hobby Sultan Deluxe in the, I don't remember, something jewel colorway. So yeah, I haven't made a ton of progress since I last showed you. This was the knitting that I took with me across the lake to our ice fishing spot, and I was knitting while we were while he was fishing, and it was a lot of fun, and it was great because I didn't have to keep track of row count or anything. I could just knit until we were done, and then I just threw it in my bag and walked back to the truck. So it was good fun, but I need to get some more progress done on that here soon. So okay, Brianna, you can look again. It's gone, and I won't talk about it again. The last finished object, or not finished object, work in progress, is my sweater. My very first sweater ever. And I have made a little bit of progress on it. Our dog Sage has some very serious food allergies and environmental allergies, but she has allergy drops for those. And she has pancreatitis, or is it pancreatitis? I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but she had an episode of that in January a couple weeks ago, and we were really worried about her. Thank God we have one of the best vets in our area, and they gave us medicine to have on hand in case of an episode like this, because of course these episodes always happen on the weekends, early in the morning. You know, we were up at 3 a.m. with her, throwing up, and then she didn't want to eat or drink, and we had an episode a week prior to this that wasn't quite as bad, but it's still, when she doesn't want to eat or drink, it really takes her down. So we were home all weekend, babying her, getting her back up, getting the medicine in her. So this was the project that I knit on during that stressful time period. So it was perfect because I could just knit round and round and round and round and round, add a new ball, knit round and round and round and round. We cuddled on the couch with her all weekend and watched NCIS Los Angeles from the beginning and just knit on this sweater. And it was great. She is doing much better now. We have her on a different type of prescription food, and she seems to be responding well to that food and the medicine, and we have to make sure to keep her out of the kitty food because she likes to sneak into the laundry room and eat the kitty food, which could have been what she did when she had this last spat of illness, but we're gonna try our best. She is the most stubborn dog I have ever met, but I love her with all my heart, and I don't know what I would do without her. Okay, so back to my sweater. There was my dog mom rant. Okay, my sweater. This is the No Frill sweater by Petite Knit, and I have done a try on, and it fits great. I'm so excited. The yarn is, let me grab one with a thing, is Knit Picks Kindred DK Weight in the cargo colorway. I think I had 13 balls to begin with, and now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, and the one that's attached currently. Last time I talked about, well, I'm just going to finish this ball of yarn and then I'm going to put it on a holder and then I'm going to do the sleeves. And then I'll just use up the rest of the yarn for the body and make sure that I have sleeves as long as I like them. But then Sage got sick and I did not have the brain space to pick up the stitches and deal with decreasing on sleeves, especially since this is my first sweater. I don't know exactly what I'm going into, and so I just kept going with new balls of yarn. And I thought, you know what? We're gonna wing it. So we're winging it. Here's the back with my cute little hobbit door stitch marker. I'll show you. From Dragon Horde yarn. So I think I completed the ball that I was on last episode and added one more, and then I started this one. Before I started this ball, I put it on holders and I tried it on, and we're getting really close to being done. So that also makes me feel better about the amount of yarn that I have left, that I should be able to get the body the way I want and the sleeves the way I want, and have more than enough yarn to do so. So what I think I'm going to do is finish this ball of yarn on the body, put it on holders again, try it on, and if I am calculating correctly, I should be able to start the ribbing of the body then, and that'll probably take another ball of yarn. So that would leave 2, 4, 5. Stop. You're a menace, Poppy Seed. I'm going to have to lock you out next time. 5 balls of yarn to do the sleeves, which should be more than enough. So, yeah, there's my last work in progress. So, now I don't have any yarny acquisitions this time since, oh, quit moving, since the Stranded Dye Works yarn hasn't shown up yet, but it will in time. And I guess I will talk a little bit about my Etsy shop. So I sell, I don't really remember what I talked about last episode about the Etsy shop, but I sell project bags and DPN cozies in my Etsy shop. And I started it back in 2022, and I think I got like 4 orders the first year. And then 2023 was amazing, and I got 60 some orders. Poppy Seed. And I feel just so thankful that you all love what I make and have really shown that in purchasing from my shop, and I just couldn't be more grateful to everyone who has supported my little dream. So I guess, like I said, I do work full-time, so my shop updates are sporadic and they come as I have time and bandwidth to create and get those in the shop. But if I put out a deadline into the universe, then I have to stick to it, right? So I'm gonna just say it now, that I am going to have a shop update, looking at my calendar here, that I'm going to have a shop update March 3rd, Sunday, March 3rd at 5 p.m. I will announce that on Instagram as well, and I'll probably put a shop announcement in the Etsy shop. March 3rd, 5 p.m. You have to hold me to my deadline now. So I thought that I would give you a little sneak peek about some of the fabrics that I have been kind of tucking away to do a shop update for. I have started a few of the bags. I am feeling all of the Easter, spring, summery type fabrics, so that's the theme that we're going for this update, Poppy. And sorry, she made me lose my train of thought here. Anyway, I did not have time to put together a Valentine's Day shop update, which is, hey, that's okay. Maybe next year. So here's what we got. So the 3 bags I have to show you are in various stages of completion. I have been working on them a little bit every day after work and such, so I'm going to show you not just fabrics, but some like half-made bags. So here we have Easter. Another Easter bag. The Easter ones I'm doing handles on in case anybody wants to gift them to their children and to use for Easter egg hunts and stuff like that. So, or maybe it would be cute to do an Easter egg basket that they could take with them for the Easter egg hunts. I don't know. I think that'd be cute, but there's that. This one's my very, very favorite. Super cute Easter. So there will be some of those bags in the shop. Put those away. Now the next ones I'm going to show you are just fabrics that I have found. This stack I need to find partners, matching partners to go with, but I'm on the hunt. So we've got some coffee lovers. Knitting, crochet, macrame projects, and finished objects. Garden theme. Some tea themed, tea and cake and plants. This one's probably one of my favorites. Wiener dogs in sweaters. I mean, come on. My mom has a wiener dog that I guess is actually also my wiener dog. I've had her since I was in 10th grade, sophomore year. Maybe freshman, probably freshman. But she is very much set in her ways, so once I moved out, she of course stayed with mom, but she is my little princess too, so had to do a wiener dog fabric for her. And then this one, I definitely think I'm gonna have to keep one of these for myself. It's cats and plants and dogs. I mean, come on. How could I not keep one of these for myself? So that is all of the fabric that I have going into the shop on March 3rd, but I don't have partners for them yet, but I will. Maybe tomorrow I can go have a peruse at the fabric shop. The next set I'm going to show you, they have partners and are ready to be cut and interfaced and sewn together. So here we go. Got like a beach theme. It'll be like this with this kind of on the bottom as the bag, and this will be the lining in the top of the bag. Aubrey seed, stop. She's being naughty. She's not coming next time. Next we have that. Hang on, let me get my orientation correct here. Top and bottom. I think that's gonna be super cute. I also need to get some thread that matches these, some of these. This one I guess isn't super summer. I guess you could say it's kind of Eastery since it has bunnies, but it's also kind of fall, but it's super cute and I love it. So there we have bunnies and fox and deer and mushrooms. I love the mushrooms. I am in a mushroom mood lately with everything decor. Cottagecore, mushroom decor. My coworker that I'm making that baby blanket for, her baby shower was mushroom themed. It was so cute. So cute. So this is going to be the lining and the top of the bag. Something like that. Then we have some floral with just a nice, how am I going to show this? Nice blue on top. This one is so cute too. Watermelon bag. Come on. Watermelon bag. Come on, Autumn, you've got to get better at showing your stuff. There. Look at that. I'm gonna have to keep one of these for myself too. So excited. Anyway, so that's just kind of a sneak peek of the fabrics coming in. I do actually have more fabric coming, hopefully by the end of next week, that will also be going in the shop, but I might just keep those as a surprise. I will probably record a podcast the Friday before the update, so March 1st. I will try to record a podcast and do a shop update showing you all of the bags that are finalized. So, yeah. So that's all I have really as far as crafty stuff. I guess I could do a little bit of a life update. To be perfectly honest, January sucked. That's the word of January. It sucked. Sage, and that doesn't mean that every part of it sucked. There were very good moments. There were very bright moments. I had a couple of orders from the shop, which were highlights of the month. But between Sage getting sick, work has been very, very stressful. Very stressful. It just hasn't left me with much brain space to craft, so do anything but work, take care of the animals, knit here and there. Like I said, we did go on an ice fishing trip, which was so much fun, and was that last weekend? Yes, last weekend we went. And I will post some of those videos that I recorded. They're not the best. I forgot my camera that I'm recording with now, my Sony, at home, and I didn't realize it till we were halfway there. So I recorded everything with my phone, so it's not going to be great. Not that this is anything professional anyway. It's just me having fun, having a chat, and yeah. So thank you guys for joining in, and thank you for returning. Thank you for any new viewers. If you want to know as things are updated in the shop or on this channel, you can either subscribe to the channel or you can follow me on Instagram or Facebook. However, I find that some stuff that I post on Instagram doesn't always translate to Facebook properly. So Instagram's really your best bet for the soonest updates that I have. But thank you guys for watching last time and all of the words of encouragement. I was really surprised at how many people close to me actually watched the whole thing and, you know, were proud of me and everything. So that felt really nice to receive all of that support. So I'm gonna quit rambling now and go clean up the mess that I made in my craft room and sew some bags. It's a good day to do that. I'm gonna turn on some music or maybe a movie. Maybe open the window, get some fresh air, and sew some bags. So, happy Friday. Thanks for joining. Bye. The truck is out there. And we're here.
Take a video for your mom.
Say hi.
Hi.